But
yeah.
So like with like wedding planning, do you start? You're like, all right, well, we'll figure it out now, or do you know like before? Like, how do you do that?
Oh no! So yesterday, actually, we just went to our first place.
Oh, cool. Oh, shit. You're already like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck,
Damn.
no time wasted.
Yeah, because Aki was like, you know what? I don't want to be one
Aki's
of.
ready.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I've actually already planned it all.
Yeah, Aki's like, I don't want to be one of those couples that's engaged for like 5 or 10 years, you know? So it's just like,
Right.
you know, you might as well just do it. So yeah, we went to our first place yesterday, just to, and you know, not exactly to be like, this is the place, but like more so because the two of us have no fucking idea what even the range is, or like, you know, what you can even
that's
do.
not cheap. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, we
in
knew-
fucking Japan.
Oh yeah. We knew that going into it. So we're going around to like all sorts of different locations around like Japan and stuff like that. So like yesterday we actually just went back to Saitama.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because so we're looking for one place in Saitama, and I don't know if we're necessarily going to do it there, but it was just nice to get an idea of like what they can do,
That's
and you
fun
know,
as well,
all
I
that.
imagine, right?
Oh yeah, it was super fun. Apparently, I didn't know this, but in Japan, it's they call it a bridal fair.
Oh yeah, they have like
yeah.
whole like conventions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like a full-on experience that you get where like they obviously show you the locations and everything, but we also got to like try the food for free and like, you know, get like a full experience.
They like sell you.
They go all out on it. But so yeah, it was really cool. So we went to our first location yesterday just to get kind of an idea of like, all right, what's the price range? You know, what can they do? What can't they do? All that kind of stuff. And man, it's already getting stressful. I will say that. Just like, because you know, you obviously want it to count.
Yeah.
Right? So just finding and it's so expensive. So it's like finding that right location. And also, but here's the other thing is that like, I don't know. Have you ever been to like a wedding in Japan?
No, actually I haven't. Every friend I've had here has gotten married abroad.
Overseas, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
even if they live in Japan, they're like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah. So in Japan, in Japanese weddings, they do this thing which is like very traditional, even for like a Western style wedding here, where each guest who comes to the wedding
Has to give you
has
money.
to give money.
Yeah.
Typically, it's around 30,000 yen per person.
I'm gonna start doing that.
And that's mostly there to essentially help instead of like wedding gifts.
Yeah.
That's like
Help fund the wedding.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
basically
makes
to
sense.
help the couple fund the wedding.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to do that just because it just feels kind of weird to do it. Because it's like, you know, in our head, it's like we're just happy that you're even fucking here.
Yeah, I
To
can
like,
I
you
can-
know,
I can
celebrate
spot
the
you.
wedding.
Yeah.
You want to swap?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'll take $300 from me.
Oh god, I owe you after the girls'
Can,
master.
Yeah, legit.
can we pay you on the trash tease card?
Oh, trash taste card.
Do you take card, Joey?
I accept PayPay as well. If you want to just PayPay me
No,
on the
I
day.
guess it makes sense, right? Like,
Yeah.
I guess but also Japanese when you're inviting like your boss. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I guess I would be like, yo,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
spot-
That's the reason why like so many Japanese weddings are like 300 people.
What- yeah,
Like,
what's the-
Yeah, 'cause
I was
you have
gonna
to
ask
invite
what's the
colleagues and
size.
stuff as well.
Yeah. We're not going to do that much. I think we're probably looking at like, I don't know, 60.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Something like
size.
that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. How many people were at your wedding?
64.
Okay, yeah, it's probably going
Do
to be
you know
about
the
that.
number?
Yeah, I know. what do you mean? Do I know the number?
He had to invite them all.
It's my list, Connor.
Yeah, but I don't think I wouldn't know the exact number.
Well, we did like a quick like first draft of like the people we were going to invite.
Yeah.
You know, just to be like, because we had no idea. We were like, okay, 100 seems like a lot, but it's like, do we even have like 100 people that we want to invite?
It's always tough. I feel like because when I think about friends, and then like you're like, I gotta invite this one friend, and then you're like, all right, well if I invite him, I gotta invite these other guys. That,
Yeah.
and, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
the wedding politics that comes with
I
it.
imagine there's a lot of politics.
Yeah. So, it's going to be about 60 to 70 people, I'd say, because like the majority of Aki's family is probably not going to be able to go because they all live in the Philippines. So we're probably going to do like some kind of like, because I'm going to the Philippines later this year. So we're probably going to do some kind probably like some kind of like engagement party kind of thing
So
in the
yeah,
Philippines.
similar to what I had to do.
Then
I
you
was
just
going to
get
highly
shit-faced.
recommend that because I was like, the reason I split up my Thai family from like, you know, the original English wedding was because I was like, I don't want to pay for this family. This would like quadruple the cost.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy
Japan
shit.
flights.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so Aki, I've got 2 cousins who both live in Japan, so that's gonna be fine. How many cousins do you have? And she's like, so on my mum's side, I've got like 60. I was like, stop, no more. We're gonna do something in the Philippines.
Yeah, I don't know about. I feel like cousins is such a tough one, right? Because like I feel like some cousins I just don't really know.
Yeah,
and I feel like I have to invite you just because we're like loosely related.
Well, how many cousins do you have? Is it a lot?
Not that many, like maybe 8.
Because I legitimately only have 2. Because on my dad's side, I don't have any cousins.
Oh. But then again, like
Laughs in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like, and then if we're talking like, we got to invite like 30 cousens and like.
I think I have more cousins than both of you combined.
Easily. How many cousins do you have that you remember?
But yeah, I just feel like I wouldn't really want someone there if I just like didn't know them.
Yeah,
well,
right.
You know, and I feel like that's fair. But then some family members get annoyed about that. They're like, how dare you not invite Timothy? I'm like, I fucking never spoke to Timothy.
It's like, what do you mean? You met him once when you were 3 years old.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. All right.
Oh yes, of course, Timothy.
Yeah, I'm not a big whole. I know some people put quite a lot of emphasis on like, but you're related by blood. I'm like, yeah, but I don't really care.
Yeah, it's like, but I don't know them.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like friend, like if I actually like spend time with them, that's way more important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there's a lot of planning, but we do want to get it done, just like as soon as possible, just because I feel like it's just gonna
just get it fucking over with.
Yeah,
Really, it's a bit shit, isn't it? Just having to get married.
we just don't want to prolong it,
Yeah.
So,
are you gonna get a wedding planner?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, luckily in all venues in Japan, they give you a wedding planner.
Yeah, you get a wedding team in Japan.
Yeah. Exactly.
God damn.
The wedding planner we talked to yesterday was so sweet because I guess like she has done a lot of weddings in Japan with Japanese couples, but she had never done like a proper like Western way, because I found out in a lot of Japanese weddings at Japanese venues is that the weddings are really short. Like they legitimately just do the actual wedding, and then they do the dinner and stuff like the reception. And then after
they'd be like, well, I don't want to inconvenience people.
Well, they do the wedding itself, and then they do the reception, and then once the reception is done, that's it.
Yeah.
Everyone just leaves, and it's this style of like, well, okay, if people want to leave, they can leave, and if people want to continue like partying or drinking, then they do it in a second location.
Right.
Yeah, the nijikai, right, which is like not really a thing in the West. It's like you just do it.
No, you just do it at the venue.
You do it all in one location, right?
I feel like most venues let you drink till pretty late anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So we told her that we wanted to do it in that style, and she was like, okay, like that's definitely doable, but it's definitely not common. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, well, make it happen.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's common or not.
Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
God, that wedding fair must have been quite intense.
Yeah.
Was it huge? Was there like a lot of people there?
Yeah. So the one we went to, it's this like big chain of wedding venues called Anniversaire. You've probably seen it before.
I mean, the wedding business here is no joke.
Yeah.
I know that they've like conglomerated it. Quite a lot. Like
So
everything's owned by massive companies. And the whole thing's run.
So we decided to check out the big conglomerate first to just kind of get a vibe before we start hitting up the more private locations.
Right.
Just to get a vibe of like, what they can do. And the one we went to in it's up in Saitama. The location is like super nice, but the problem is that like I don't know if this is the case with a lot of wedding venues. There's not much else around it.
No.
Because it's like it's not like in Japan. It's not like in the West where like there's like a restaurant nearby or or it's like in the middle of the city. Maybe it is in Tokyo, but at least the one in Saitama, there was actually fuck all around.
Yeah.
That's just Saitama.
That's Saitama in general.
There was like fuck all around it. So I was like,
It really much depends on what vibe of the venue you do want.
Yeah.
Because if you have a city one, you're probably going to have a lot more like amenities like around it.
Do they try and offer you like a fake church?
Yeah.
I love that. I love
they had the fake church. Although the one we went to was like the most traditional looking church I've ever seen.
Right.
There was like the full fucking pipe organ and everything, and like they were like, oh yeah, we have another one that has an actual stained glass window of like Christian things in it.
I went to I was waiting for someone else. I had like a 2 hour free. It's awkward where you like go to meet someone and you have another thing in 2 hours, but you can't really go home.
Yeah.
And I was in, I don't know where I was, somewhere in Tokyo, like the businessy area. There was in this building, they were just having like a house building fair. So I was like, oh, check it out. So I went to this house building fair, and immediately I got like assaulted by, not assaulted, but like attacked by like 5 Japanese men that were like, hello, would you like to buy a house?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, not really.
I'm just looking.
But then they were like kind of showing me around. And it was so fucking intense. And they were like, if you commit to building a house with us right now, we will give you a Nintendo Switch. I'm serious. I am 100% serious.
Wait, is there a Switch 2?
No, it was the other
fuck
Switch.
off.
It was the other Switch. This was like a year ago.
Right.
Like, they better come with the new Mario Kart.
I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm not listening unless you have a Switch 2,
It
actually.
was like a year ago. And then like, they were like, they like sat me down and they were like, we'll just give you a tour anyway.
Yeah.
And they were like, here's what we can do. Here's the prices. And it was all like very methodical.
Yeah.
And then they just gave me a tour of these, like, it was a massive fucking building.
Yeah.
Of like these houses, fake houses and fake bathrooms and all these guard systems. And I was like, oh, fucking hell, this is like ridiculous. And at the end, they were like, yeah, if you commit to building a house with us right now, which I was like, I don't want to do that.
Who just does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I just showed up because I was curious what was going on.
Yeah.
And they were like, if you commit right now, we'll give you a Nintendo Switch and you can enter the gacha. And I was like, okay, now hold on. I might commit right now.
Wait, what?
They had a giant wheel. Like a giant wooden wheel. I'm not kidding. And there was a woman who her whole job was spinning the gacha wheel if you committed to buying and building a
Wait, what
house.
could you win?
It was like a 10 grand off your house potentially, or you could get like some cleaning products, and then they had a hazure as well, like a prize where like you'd get some
Pocket tissues.
yeah,
or
like some generic thing. But they were literally doing a free Switch, and then you got a gacha if you committed to building the house.
if the wheel doesn't say like buy one get one free, then
Yeah,
I'm
I was
not,
like, you get a free house.
Yeah, it's like,
what
I'm
is
not
the-
spinning it,
What
yeah.
is the SSR rate here? Like, just tell me that, and I'm locked
if
in.
this isn't like Wheel of Fortune stakes, then like
yeah, I
I'm
get like a
It's
D,
like-
and I'm like,
yeah.
just throw away the fucking house.
And then you're like, all right, you didn't get the SSR. You're like, all right, I'll just buy another
I'll
house.
buy another house.
I want another
house.
spin.
yeah, give me another.
Well, because
the world's most expensive gacha.
It was like
You just buy an entire neighborhood.
How
at
much
the
for a
end.
10-pull?
yeah, right. I'm like, just give me the 10. What kind of house do I have to build to get an SSR?
I'll buy
for?
the neighborhood. Give me a 10-pull.
What are the pity rolls?
That's a
looking
Mr.
like?
Beast video. He's
Yeah.
just like,
How
yo,
many pity pulls?
guys, I'm doing 100 pulls today.
I was just like, why is there gacha when I'm building a house? Like that seems weird. But like, yeah, they were doing it, and because it seemed like the way they were showing me. It was, basically, it was like if you had like some kind of land or whatever, they would just kind of build you a prefab. Like you would just get a house that would be built very quick and was really
They should do a gacha where it's like it randomizes like what you get in the actual house. So it's like you spin it and it's like you get 7 bathrooms.
Yeah, it was very odd. Because like if I was gonna build a house, I would build a house. I don't think I would be swayed by a fucking Nintendo Switch. But I would like to know who that worked on.
Yeah.
Like I would love to have the conversation of like who was swayed by the Switch.
Yeah, who has enough money to buy a house
Because these
but not a
houses are like
Switch?
200 grand. Like it's like not cheap. Why are you being swayed by the $300 purchase?
Yeah, I can purchase the house, but man, I just don't have enough money for the Switch, guys.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
just
have an extra
ridiculous.
$400,
Ridiculous.
unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. the fairs they take seriously is what I've realized.
Yeah.
Fairs in Japan are no joke.
Yeah.
They lock in.
I mean, look, like when we went to this wedding venue, like, immediately we were like, we're not going to probably pick this place immediately just because, we wanted to just get a vibe of the place. But my God, that woman who took us around did a fucking good job because by the end of it, we were like,
You're like, I just want to buy
this
3 weddings.
this might be a maybe. This might honestly be a maybe. She did a good job fucking convincing us. So.
Right.
Yeah, so, but yeah, we'll hopefully figure it out soon. And
the most important question, Joey, is there going to be an open bar?
I mean,
it has to be.
boys, am I Australian?
I'm not Aussie.
The answer is yes. Have you drunk with my dad? I think my dad would legitimately kill me if there was no open bar.
When I went back in Christmas, I was talking to my brother.
Yeah.
He was like, I just don't think I should get an open bar. I was like,
What?
I was like, what are you talking about? It's like no open bar. I was like, you gotta make people come to your wedding and make them pay for a drink. But then again, obviously in the British perspective, I can understand there's a bit of concern there because people get absolutely shit-faced.
Yeah, right.
But he was
It's like half the wedding cost. is the open bar.
Yeah, he was like, well, people are gonna, just get a drink and not finish it, which I think does happen quite a lot. To be fair,
for sure.
Because I feel like at your wedding, some people who got a little too drunk, they would like go to the bar and be like, "Oh, well, you want a drink?" And they'd get a drink, have one sip, put it down, and be like, "I'll get another one."
Yeah, where did my drink go?
And I'm like, "Poor God's paying for this mistake."
Yeah, I think I remember at one point.
But I was like, "Fuck that!" I was like, "I'll pay for your goddamn open bar if you ever have a wedding." And then like 2 weeks later, he got engaged, and I was like, "You motherfucker, you swindled me! You swindled me! I thought this was like 2 years from now kind of deal. I thought this was, I'll forget about it."
He heard that and he was like,
"All right,
honey, I've got the handshake. We need to cement this deal before he changes his mind."
He slides the invoice over.
I shouldn't make these deals while having 3 pints." So I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll pay." I was like,
well, next time I drink with Connor, I know what I'm going to talk to him.
No, this is not a thing.
I'm going to be like, "Connor, actually, on second thought, we're not going to have an open bar. Sorry, man."
No.
Here's the invoice.
Yeah.
No, this cannot be a thing that I keep doing.
I'll accept it on the trash taste card. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, now that I've mentioned it on the pod, I was thinking, boys, how about I pay for it with the trash taste card? It'll be a great story.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so everything's gone well.
Yeah.
And maybe I reckon.
What did your parents say?
What did my parents say?
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, fucking finally."
Yeah, I imagine your dad would be like, "Oh, fucking seriously, mate?
Yeah.
You're already fucking engaged."
Yeah. It's like good on you, son. He's like, he's like, "You better fucking pay for my flight."
He's thinking about the open bar that comes after.
Yeah, he's like,
So what are the choices?
You kind of you didn't really have a choice in this matter. It's an open bar situation.
It was not a question of maybe it's a yes or I'm not going.
Luckily in Japan, an open bar I feel like isn't as expensive as in like other countries.
I don't know actually. I think the first place we were looking at, the open bar, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I don't know how much yours was, but it wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, mine one was we paid afterwards actually.
Oh, okay.
So what happened was
you're paying like premium bar price drinks and like
So in our open bar, the way it worked was you have 2 options. Basically, you have a budget, and then the bar is open until the drinks meet that budget.
Right.
Or what we did was we were like, maybe a mistake, maybe not. Just give us the bill afterwards. And it was, not gonna lie, it was a hefty bill.
Yeah.
But we, because we actually did our wedding on a budget, so we had quite a lot of budget to spare.
Right.
So we're like, fuck it, let's just. And honestly, I don't regret it because people had a great fucking time.
Oh yeah.
From what I could see.
Oh yeah.
Alcohol does wonders in terms of making sure everyone's like nice and merry. And I mean, I think our open bar was holy shit. It was just over like a quarter of our budget in the end.
Damn.
But that's because our wedding was actually like looking back, our wedding was actually pretty damn cheap compared to some of the budgets I hear nowadays.
Yeah.
So we were able to get away with it. I think because we booked before COVID, so we got like super cheap prices compared to what people are getting nowadays in this economy.
Oh
That's
yeah.
not very expensive.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be. It's roughly the one we're looking at is roughly the price that I'm expecting, but it still doesn't change the fact that I'm gonna have to do a couple more sponsors to cover this shit.
This wedding is sponsored by
Rain Shadow.
Cut to the ad.
Yeah, cut to the ad.
What is sponsoring us today?
Probably Shopify.
Yeah.